Doing better isn't always easy. Sometimes it's real tough. Doing better isn't always easy. We know what we should be doing, but we don't always do it. Sometimes we don't do better until we get in trouble. Sometimes we don't do better until we're under threat. Sometimes we don't do better until we have competition. Doing better on the job, we know what to do. We used to do it when we first got the job and we didn't take it for granted. We knew not to take a 2.5-hour lunch. We knew how to be in our place. We knew not to be on the phone and playing video games in our office. We knew better. But whether we know better and what we do is two different things altogether. Especially when you realize that the people we admire the most were people who put into action what they knew, who grew and changed and made corrections. They became our heroes because they had the courage to change course. All of the people that we highlight in our country and our history are people who had the courage to change course. Leaders like Abraham Lincoln had the courage to change course. It is not now, we always honor people after they're dead. But in real-time speed, our heroes were not popular because they went against the course and they swam upstream against the grain, and they had to have courage to change the course. That's not easily done. Dr. King had to have courage to change the course. Nelson Mandela went to jail to change the course. You can get in trouble to change the course. Corrections can often have severe consequences. Corrections can often have severe consequences. Getting it right can have severe consequences. Because see, you make a decision at one stage in your life, and then later you know better, but you're already in the situation. A young man said something to me I will never forget. He said, I am the world's best at getting into situations and the world's worst at getting out. And I think the reason it becomes so difficult to get out is because sometimes it's become so complicated. It requires humility that some people lack the ability to quiet their ego enough to achieve the ability of change, because sometimes you have to go against what you said at this stage to correct where you are at that stage. And until you become strong enough to admit, yes, I said it, but I was wrong, you can't bring about change. And sometimes your ego will make you be loyal to a mistake. I'm wondering if there's anybody in here who's ever been loyal to a mistake. And it was a mistake, and you knew it was a mistake, but you counted up the cost to fix it, and you decided you would just take the easy way out and live with it. Our decisions, you see, to correct our mistakes can create disruption, and not only disruption for us, disruption for other people. And when you look at what it's going to take to straighten it out, sometimes you just don't do it. And when you don't do it, you become trapped in a nightmare of regret. You'd be surprised how long you can live in the prison of your problems. You'd be surprised how long you can live a life where you clap like you're free, you talk like you're free, you move like you're free, but you're really not free at all because you are trapped in a complicated situation. You can't get out and you can't get in, you're just stuck. And until you correct your past decisions, you are not going to get the breakthrough that you need. Until you stop using shopping for therapy, you're never going to have the credit rating that you should have. No matter how much he's Jehovah Jireh, he can't be Jehovah Jireh to you, because as fast as he pours it in, you leak it out. and you know what it takes to fix it, and you know the discipline that's required to get your life together, but it's not always true that people who know better do better. And not doing better simply leaves you stuck. People often lack the stomach for it, I think, to risk the pain of changing course, the uncertainty of what would life be like outside of the bubble of my normal. I hate my normal, but I'm afraid of change. So I'd rather stick with the devil I know. Have you ever grown up and rethought your choices? Have you ever got more information and rethought your choices? Have you ever looked back at your life in retrospect and found yourself in situations that were based on bad information, immature decisions, selfishness, emotionalism, pride, discontentment, and restlessness, and now you're more mature and you're wiser, and you wonder what you could have been had you started earlier on the right road, and you lay down at night and live with the frustration, wonder what would have happened had I not got myself stuck. We're almost like the woman in the commercial, help, I've fallen. And I can't get up. I changed churches and I can't get up. I changed spouses and I can't get up. I changed jobs and I can't get up. I changed my major and I can't get up. I changed my hairstyle and I can't get up. I changed the way I dress and I can't get up. It doesn't matter what I got on. It doesn't matter what I look like. I cannot seem to get up. So you give up when you can't get up. And you decide to yourself, maybe I just have to make the best of a bad situation. I guess I'm really talking about making a decision to live with regret. And you'd be surprised how many people in this room are living with regret. That they could clean up, that they could fix it, they could change it, they could alter. But sometimes the dilemma is it easier to live with regret or live without it and cause the disruption that is necessary in my normal to see the growth that I long to see in my life? Are you hearing what I'm saying about? Either way you go, have you ever been in a situation where either decision you made is going to cause pain? Have you ever been weighing the pain? You know, when I got ready to have back surgery, I wouldn't have had back surgery if I wasn't in pain. But I had to weigh the pain that I had before the surgery against the pain of having the surgery. And it took me a long time to make up my mind to have the surgery, because either way I went, it was going to be pain. And I had to decide, I ultimately decided that I would rather live with the pain of recovery rather than to live with the pain of ambivalence and indifference and the pain of ignoring and the pain of looking the other way and the pain I never will forget. I was in Washington, D.C., and I was in the hotel room, and I was walking across the hotel room and fell and hit a glass coffee table and shattered the table. And I said, that's it. I got to do something about this. This is unbearable. I had been laying on the floor in the back before I went out to speak each night at the New Year's revival because my back was in such pain that I couldn't hardly take it. One time I sat down in the service and I couldn't get up, and my security had to come get me up out of the seat, and I was in front of people, and little by little, I thought, this pain is too much. The pain of ignoring it, the pain of looking the other way, the pain of making the best out of a bad situation, the pain of not wanting to make any waves, the pain of dealing with my inability to walk into the unfamiliar.